what if you could see a disaster coming and actually stop it? No, not with some crystal ball, but with pure logic. Today, we're going to crack open an incredibly powerful tool that does exactly that. It's called fault tree analysis, and believe me, it's about to change how you think about failure. You know, this quote really hits the nail on the head. Because the most catastrophic failures, we're talking rockets exploding, power grids collapsing, they almost never start with one big, obvious blunder. Nope, they start small. And fault tree analysis? Well, that's the method we use to hunt down those tiny, hidden faults before they get a chance to snowball. And that right there brings us to the core problem. The systems we all depend on these days are just mind-bogglingly complex. Trying to predict how they might fail can feel like untangling a giant, tangled-up knot of Christmas lights in the dark. I mean, where do you even begin? Well, what if you had a map? A map that showed you exactly which wires to check, which connections were fragile. That's pretty much what fault tree analysis is. It's our secret weapon in the fight against catastrophic failure, a totally systematic way to chart out every single possible path to disaster. So, what is this thing really? At its heart, fault tree analysis is what we call a top-down method. Now, that might sound a little technical, but the idea behind it is actually radically simple, and frankly, it's what makes it so powerful. Yeah, you heard that right. Instead of starting with thousands of tiny little parts and asking, what if this breaks? What about this one? We completely flip the script. We start at the end, with the one thing we absolutely cannot let happen, the catastrophe, and we work our way backward, step by step, to uncover every single thing that could possibly lead us there. Now, to read this map of failure, we have to learn its language. And the good news is, it's an incredibly simple language. It really just has two main words. There are events, which are the specific things that go wrong, and then there are logic gates, which are the rules that connect them all together. So the top event, that's our big disaster. Let's say a medical ventilator failing to deliver air. The events are all the individual problems. You know, a power outage, a software bug, a valve that gets stuck. And the logic gates, they're the crucial part. They tell us if one of those problems is enough to cause the failure, or if a few of them have to happen all at once. And this right here shows the two most important words in the entire language of failure, or and and. And the difference is absolutely crucial. An OR gate means any single one of those inputs is enough to cause the failure. It's a weak link in the chain. But an AND gate, that means all the inputs have to fail at the same time. This is where you find your hidden safeguards or your most dangerous combinations. Okay, so we've learned the language. Let's put it into practice. Enough theory, right? We're going to step into the role of an investigator and actually dissect a potential real-world failure to see exactly how this map gets built. You see, the process itself is like a relentless investigation. You start by defining that one ultimate failure you want to avoid. Then you figure out the immediate causes, connecting them with those and or OR gates. From there, you just keep digging deeper, breaking down each of those causes into their causes, and so on, until you just can't go any further. And the final step? Pinpointing the absolute most dangerous combination. So for our case study, we're looking at a true life or death scenario. A medical ventilator just stops working. This is our top event, the one thing we absolutely, positively cannot allow to happen. Okay, so we ask ourselves, what could cause this? Right away, we can identify three main culprits. Maybe an internal power failure, maybe a software glitch, or some kind of mechanical blockage. Now think about it. If any one of these things happens, the whole system fails. That's a classic OR gate. All right, so let's dig a little deeper. Let's follow one of those paths. We'll take internal power failure, and we're going to ask the same exact question again. What could cause that? And here, we see a perfect example of an AND gate in action. For the power to fail completely on a well-designed ventilator, it's not enough for the power cord to just get unplugged. Two things have to happen at the exact same time. The main AC power has to be lost, and the internal backup battery also has to fail. So we've built this incredibly detailed map of all the ways our ventilator could possibly fail. Now for the really exciting part. Using this map to find the hidden weaknesses. You know, the system's Achilles heel. This brings us to a really crucial concept, the minimal cut set. It's basically the shortest path to disaster, the smallest possible combination of broken parts that will bring the whole system crashing down. These are the critical vulnerabilities, the ticking time bombs that the entire analysis is designed to uncover. And once you know exactly where those weak spots are, you can take precise, almost surgical action. You can add a second backup battery, redesign a component that keeps showing up as a problem, or install a critical alarm. See, the analysis doesn't just show you the problem, it gives you a roadmap for how to fix it.
But look, this way of thinking isn't just for engineers designing spacecraft or medical devices. It has a profound impact on the safety and reliability of the world that all of us live in every single day. So let's just quickly recap the key takeaways here. The top event gives us a clear, non-negotiable goal to focus on. The logic gates, the ands and ors, they reveal all the hidden connections between problems. The failure paths show us how a tiny little issue can cascade into a total crisis. And finally, the minimal cut sets, they point us directly to where we need to act first. Ultimately, fault tree analysis is a tool for seeing the invisible. It empowers us to find and fix those dangerous interactions that are hidden deep inside complex systems, so that we can build a world that is fundamentally safer and more resilient for everyone.
So the next time you get in your car or board a flight, or even just turn on the lights in your home, just take a moment. Think about all those silent, complex systems working to keep you safe. And think about the hidden paths to failure that this kind of thinking helps all of us avoid. It's a perspective that, honestly, can truly change how you see the world.